No, we're all done. We need time out? It's afternoon here. Facebook? Not Facebook, YouTube. Here, hold on. We should save that one for you for Facebook. Say hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I could have been wagon.
You are in the wagon. Nice.
The yellow car.
You want to ride in the yellow car? Is that the bus?
A car.
Oh, he wants to ride the car. We're just gonna keep riding the wagon for now. So we have a good question on Facebook. I just wanted to, or on YouTube. I just wanted to first say that Frumpkin's feeling better. Last night, you guys saw him go to bed in the tent, and he woke up around 5, which is probably about to be expected because he goes to bed around 7. So it's like 10 hours later. And sometimes he gets like a short, he falls asleep randomly. Sometimes on the bus, especially, or if you drive somewhere. So the question that came in was, why don't we discipline Frumpkin more? Or that a lot of the, they were saying that a lot of the videos that they watch of autistic kids, the parents don't discipline their kids a lot. And I want to do a longer video on that, but I'm going to kind of give a short answer here. Part of the reason why you need a longer answer is because when you talk about discipline, we don't know what that means. So does that mean spanking? Does that mean timeout? Does that mean slapping? Does that mean paddling? You know, what extremes does that actually mean? And so for us, I'm just going to talk today about what we do, and not too much on the, we can go into like ethical issues for other situations. So for us, I think both me and Leah have spanked him. Both me and Leah, I know I've slapped his hand a couple times, especially if he's doing something with his hand. Again, probably add them all up, and it's been under a dozen between spankings and slapping, at least for me. I don't think I've ever seen Leah spank him, maybe once or twice. I think she's seen me spank him once or twice. I'm not even sure if I've seen her do that. So then the question becomes, like, why don't we do that more? We do timeout. Timeout's relatively effective. What we find with Frumpkin is he's not processing things the same. So he's not, it seems to me the few times we've done that, he doesn't make that connection of why. So if you imagine, oh no! Imagine eating dinner and then saying, "Hey Dad, can you pass the salt?" And then getting smacked. It's, for him, that's kind of what it's like. He doesn't make that connection. At least it doesn't seem to. With timeout, he does a little bit, but I think it actually isn't the question that he's learning from the punishment, but more that the punishment with timeouts takes so long that he kind of forgets about the original thing he did to deserve or earn the punishment. And there's been other parents who I know who have said that they've, especially with more severe autism, where the child will be spanked and then the child will start hating themselves. And I've seen that as well when I worked in a facility with autistic kids and other disorders. And that's obviously they're not processing it right if you spank them and then they start slapping themselves around. And again, it's different for every parent. Even without autistic kids, parents have to decide what they want to do. There's different degrees of autism for parents who do have autism, and just different kids. So different kids react. Just reading about spanking, which I'd like to do more of, to see if there's any studies, survey studies on it, or long-term studies on it, what the results are. But some people were talking about, I wasn't really spanked as a kid. I think I had a few times maybe. And I've talked about that before. And I've shown myself disciplining Frumkin, not spanking, but I don't think spanking, but putting him in timeout. So I think one, for the person who wrote that specific question about them seeing vloggers, a big thing you're missing is it's really hard to discipline while videotaping. So today, I'll show a clip in a second, I put Frumkin in timeout.
Please.
No, we're all done. We need timeout?
No.
Let's do timeout. Let's go sit down. But I couldn't really videotape the whole thing because I'm putting him in timeout. I don't really have a free hand. And I'm caught up in the moment of, I'm a parent first and a vlogger second. And so, not even that order. Vlogger's way down there, but, I'm definitely a vlogger after a parent. So, it's not my priority to show you how I discipline my kid. Although, that's why that was a great question. It's a question that I ask myself. Which behaviors do I discipline? Because does it help? Do you discipline something if you know it's not going to help that action? So if he gets stuck on doing stairs, I think was an example, I don't, and disciplining him wouldn't help anyways, then is it better to redirect him, which is a more common thing done? I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things where I hope to dig into further. I'm going to cut this now because it is getting a bit long. In another video, I want to show you at the end of this Frumkin doing timeout, and then some more sweet video of him so that it doesn't leave with him screaming. So, great question. Would love to hear from the fellow parents of autistic kids. Do you spank? If you feel awkward sharing that, because there is some parent shaming, unless you're abusive, and that again becomes like a gray area, I'm not saying spanking your own kid is necessarily wrong. It makes me a little nervous, but if you're comfortable, feel free to share. I would love to hear what you do. Again, a lot of the vloggers that you see, you probably don't see the discipline because when that's happening, they're probably not recording. And there's plenty of people with autism or Asperger's who are vloggers themselves, who obviously have discipline and they grew up fine. They grew up fine. Again, autism is a spectrum, so you're going to see a variety of different spectrums on there of the people vlogging, but they've functioned just fine. And I'm sure, I don't know what their discipline was like. You'd have to ask them specifically, but I'm sure there's plenty of people with autism who are being spanked, and there are plenty of stories, sadly enough, where though some parents take the punishment too far. And so, it's a hard question even for non-autistic parents and autistic parents alike. So great. I'm glad that we're getting a discussion going on it, and I will put more videos. I have a long list of videos that I have to do, and those videos take a little time because I don't want to just, here I'm just telling you straight from my heart and my mind, but I would like to have some research backing it up, or some specific stories to make it worth putting more time into a video. So if you have any questions, put in the comments. Tell me your stories. We're going to do some quick videos. So he's in this timeout room. He doesn't want the light on, which is fine. Can I turn the light on now?
No, I don't like now.
You just want the light off? Because he's tired.
Bars game.
Yeah, we can do that. Are you feeling better?
Bars game. Bars game.
Are you being nice or are you being mean? See. Time to play with your teachers. Should we get up? We'll go see your teachers?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Can I carry you?
Yet.
Here, we'll go around the front. It's time for therapy.
First, sit down.
No, we'll go for a ride later.